it by Stuart Machin.
Ready? They're off to race over a mile and a quarter for the Group 1 Prince of Wales's Stakes in Spiral. From a high draw, the red, white and blue is dropped in towards the rear of the field. Alflaila, the striped cap of blue and white, was a little slow in gathering stride, and Snobbish White Cap is beginning to work over as they move into the turn at Swindley Bottom and takes them along by a capper lengths, with Hans Andersen, the maroon and blue, chasing the early pace. Royal Rhyme in a yellow jacket just shading third. Auguste Rodin, the orange and blue for Ryan Moore, racing a very close fourth. Then there's a break of a capper lengths to Blue Rose Sen, who's racing wide of Alflaila. 3 lengths further back to Lord North. Zarakem is racing towards the rear of the field at this stage with Horizon Dore. And in Spiral, the Royal Blue Cap is last of the 10-strong field as they move through halfway in the Prince of Wales's Stakes, and Snobbish is loose on the lead, clear now by 4 lengths. Hans Andersen leads the chase. There's another 3-length break then to Royal Rhyme, in turn being stalked by Auguste Rodin. Alflaila is tucked away against the running rail, a neck away to Blue Rose Sen. A further length and a half to Lord North in a blue and white jacket, to Zarakem in the emerald green. Horizon Dore in a yellow and green jacket is ridden with great patience and has only in Spiral behind as they swing for home just outside the last 3 furlongs. Snobbish being asked for more in front, but is being reeled back by Hans Andersen. Royal Rhyme in a yellow jacket turns on in third. Auguste Rodin, the orange and blue, moving comfortably at this stage in fourth. Alflaila, striped cap, looking for a way out. Lord North in the blue and white is on the move, and now Auguste Rodin powers through to tackle Royal Rhyme. Furlong and a half left to go. Horizon Dore from half the pace, widest of all, is being delivered late, but it's Auguste Rodin in front as they come inside the furlong. Horizon Dore challenging. Zarakem in the emerald green trying to thread the eye of the needle. Auguste Rodin from Horizon Dore and Zarakem, and it's Auguste Rodin who wins the Prince of Wales's Stakes. Zarakem was up for second, Horizon Dore and third, close for fourth between Royal Rhyme and Alflaila, and in Spiral midfield, never threatened.
Six Group 1 wins for Auguste Rodin. It was hard work, it wasn't necessarily pretty, but Jim, it was.
It was typical Auguste Rodin on his good days. He never does anything in front. Watch him pass on the line, he's flicking his ears. He travelled well. The race was teed up to a nicety for him. When he struck the front, Ryan Moore knew he'd wait in front of the horse. He wouldn't pull away. He had to get serious with him and ask him for more, but I think there was more in the tank.
French horses second and third. Jamie, overall, it was a messy race with a scorching pace setter.
Yeah, it was a disjointed race in the sense of you saw for yourself watching on at home how fast they were going. Red section after red section and a really strung out field, and the second and third have benefited greatly from keeping their powder dry. Meanwhile, Auguste Rodin was close to the pace to begin with. Ryan sensibly backed off as he sensed the mid-race heat. But then, whenever he asked, Auguste Rodin responded. And whatever criticism you throw at Auguste Rodin, he's got
a really good
talent,
horse.
hasn't he?
Yeah,
he's got great talent, that horse.
Super performance from him, and you can just see that obviously the way was clear for a big run. We thought for a moment that maybe Zarakem was going to give Jerome Rainier his first British winner there. No show from Blue Rose Sen, and in Spiral came from a long way back, Fred.
She did, but she made up a little bit of ground. Look, she's a 5-year-old mare now, and maybe she's not in love with the game anymore. You know, we've seen plenty of sparks in her in the past, but just her first 2 runs now this year, there isn't that spark in her anymore, or certainly I haven't seen that spark that she had last year or the previous year to that.
There's Clifford Lee wearing the jockey cam following Auguste Rodin through, and he's actually got a front row seat there, Jamie, of the performance unfolding in front of him.
Yeah, that's a view that many top-class racehorses have seen, the backside of Auguste Rodin, and he was on his very best behaviour today. And when he's like this, he's a very hard horse to beat, because even though, Jim, we're sort of midway through his 4-year-old season, there's still that element of, is there even more in there had it been needed? We haven't really seen the full bottom of this horse, have we?
No, I mean, he won the Derby. The moment Ryan eases off, the moment there, the hands slackened on the reins, the ears went up. He's definitely a horse that saves. He did it in the Derby. He did it in Ireland last year.
He did it in the Futurity, way back.
Way back,
yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you know, the real interesting about Auguste Rodin is that he's by a sire Deep Impact, who is obviously very well known in Japan. It's pretty much the Sadler's Wells or the Galileo of Japan. He's no longer obviously with us. And that line, that breeding line to be brought over here now by Coolmore, I think in the long run is going to change, and it's going to bring a lot of changes to that breeding side of it, because you've got Study of Man at the moment, Saxon Warrior, both of them by Deep Impact as well, and Auguste Rodin as well. So this is rock solid for them.
And Jim, it's not just the Deep Impact blood. You've often referred to the Sunday Silence blood further back.
Well, he looks like Sunday Silence. Sunday Silence is his grandsire. And if you get some pictures out of Sunday Silence, I mean, that struck me the day we did the Futurity at Doncaster. He does look like him. Listen, he's got 3 inexplicable runs on it. They're really, really poor runs, and you judge a horse overall by his career. So plenty of people remember him for the disappointments, but on his good day, this is him at his best. And you go, well, he doesn't look that impressive, but that's him. He doesn't do anything in front.
He's never going to be flashy, is he? That's the thing with him. He's never going to give us that wow moment, which we almost seek as enthusiasts and as historians to really reflect what a great horse looks like. But we know the nuts and bolts of these races and of these horses, and people do at home as well. And I think we're starting to really appreciate what's in there. Now we can say it more often than not.
Yeah, more often than not, which is great to see, and let's hope he continues along this level as well going forward. This is a Breeders' Cup winner, as you win and you're in. So I wonder if they'll head back to America, Jamie, and Del Mar in November.
Yeah, big options for him.